Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Ghost of Aragian. I'm Sal and today I'm going to be showcasing my Goddess of Death Phoenix build. This is a fire ailment build that has been through ATOT boonless, duo run with nano molten core, and a solo boonless ATOT 30 run with no trouble at all. Let's jump right into this build. First up, we have our primary weapon, the Akashim's Fan, which is a legendary polearm that can only be found in the Lightbringer game mode. Its primary gives us ignite power when we hit an enemy not yet inflicted with ignite. So in short, we want to hit an enemy before we inflict our ailment on them. Secondaries you want are crit chance, weapon tech damage, and ailment duration. Double crit chance and add crit chance again as your last upgrade. Keep in mind that you have to uncurse this item 3 times by completing the objectives listed at the bottom of the weapon. Next up is our secondary weapon, the Rosary Longsword. This is an epic longsword that can be found anywhere. Keep in mind its primal version can only be found in ATOT. This is a primal, but you don't need a primal for this build to work. Its primary gives us Northern Tech Charge whenever we hit an enemy with our Southern Technique. Secondaries you want are crit chance, double that, and then again add crit chance as the last upgrade. Below that is our Methra. This is the best charm in the entire game. It's a double primary charm that you can only get from defeating Moirax from the Fire and Darkness DLC. This means it can have any combo of primaries from any of the other charms in the game. This excludes Curse Charmed primaries. The primaries that you want are apply the Mark of Fragility when you inflict an ailment. This will make the enemy take 20% more damage from attacks. And the Lion Talisman primary, which gives us weapon charge when we crit. Secondaries you want are crit chance, double that, and add crit chance again as your last upgrade. If you don't have a Methra, then a Lion Talisman or Lion Talisman Primal will do fine in this slot. Beside that is our amulet, the Mark of the Duelist, a rare amulet that can be found anywhere. Its primary gives us health on crit. Secondaries you want are crit chance and crit damage. Crit double crit chance and add crit damage as your last upgrade. Below that is the Mark of the Red Armorer. This is a rare ring that can only be found in the Lightbringer game mode. Its primary gives us overhealth gained. Secondaries you want are overhealth gained and 2 different resistances. Double overhealth gained and add 2 resistances as your last upgrade. So for our rings, we're trying to help give resistances to max them. Beside that, one of the most useful rings in the game, the Eye of the Dragon. Its primary has gain overhealth when we defeat an ailment-afflicted enemy, has our weapon techniques to inflict ailments, and gives us a load of overhealth retention. Secondaries you want are 2 different resistances again and overhealth gain. Double overhealth gain and add 2 resistances as your last upgrade. Below that is our banner, the Plague Pennant. This is a rare banner that can be found anywhere. Its primary increases our ailment power and damage for each ailment on the enemy. You want to have ailment power and ailment duration as secondaries. Double ailment power and again add ailment power as your last upgrade. Beside that is our Lifestone, the Beta Hardened Ethereum. This is an uncommon item that can be found anywhere. Secondaries you want are ailment power and ailment duration. Double ailment power and add ailment power again as your last upgrade. Now, before we jump into augments, here's a few more clips from this build's boonless run. Here we have our augments. First up is the Focus Augment, a rare augment that can be found anywhere. Its primary gives us overhealth on crit. Secondaries you want are Rampage bonus damage, double that, and then add weapon tech damage as your last upgrade. Above that is the Paradise Augment, a rare augment that can be found anywhere. Its primary gives us weapon charge when we crit. Secondaries you want are Rampage bonus damage or weapon tech damage. Double that and then add weapon tech damage as your last upgrade. Beside that is the Void Shell Augment. This is a legendary augment that can be found anywhere. Keep in mind, primal versions of items can only be found in ATOT. Its primary gives us overhealth on crit depending on how much might we have connected to this augment. Below that is the Glamour Augment. This epic augment can be found anywhere. Its primary gives us more damage for each type of ailment on the enemy, if at least 2 adjacent augments are green. This means augments that are directly attached to this augment need to be green. Secondaries you want are Physical Resistance and Air Resistance. Double Physical Resistance and then add Might as your last upgrade. Beside that is the trusty Force Barrier. This epic augment can be found anywhere. Its primary lets us to continue attacking uninterrupted if we have at least 50% overhealth. Secondaries you want are Water Resistance and Ailment Duration. Double Ailment Duration and add 2 resistances as your last upgrade. Above that is Rift, a rare augment that can be found anywhere. Its primary gives us more damage for each type of ailment on the enemy. Secondaries you want are Fire Resistance, double that, and add 2 resistances as your last upgrade. Below that is the Warp Augment. Its a primary applies stasis to enemies when we use our Life Stone. This means it statifies them. Secondaries you want are Ailment Duration, double that, and add Archon Fury damage as your last upgrade. Above that is Solar Bliss, a rare augment that can only be found in the Lightbringer game mode. Its primary gives us Ignite Power, but it takes away Ignite Duration. Secondaries you want are Ailment Duration, double that, and then add fire damage as your last upgrade. Last but certainly not least is the Dauntless Augment. This is an epic augment that can be found in the Lightbringer game mode. Its primary gives us Polarity Attack Charge and Polarized bonus damage if our resistances are above 45%, which is why we want to mix and match our resistances through all of our Vitality items to get them above 45%. Secondaries you want are Fire Damage and Damage to Ignited Enemies. Double damage to ignited enemies, and then add Might as your last upgrade. Now, let's jump on over into our skill tree. As you can see, we are still fully spec'd into Weapon Techniques, Soul Shatter, Vitality, Crit Chance, Crit Damage, Archon Fury, Resistance, Spirit, Rampage, Ailments, Recovery, Weak Points, Polarity Attacks, and all stats. We also have a few random in Weapon Timing, Finesse, and that's all. Well, that's all for this build. Thank you so much for watching. I'd like to invite you all to our GODSLAYERS gaming community. It's a Discord I will have linked in the pinned comment below and in the description. I have about 3 more videos planned to upload before the New Year's, including the loot guide, a build, and a future content video. Thank you again all so much for the support. Happy holidays, and until next time, take care.